Hi everyone, welcome to Data Analytics blog. In this tutorial, I'm going to be walking us through how to design and also build this project management dashboard analysis. So the dashboard is about project management, and I did my analysis based on project type, based on project cost and project benefits by month, project, how complex the project is it high or low, and also based on department and the phase of each of the project. So now I'm going to start my analysis. So first and foremost, I did my dashboard this background design in PowerPoint, as you all know. So now I'm going to show us how I was able to do this particular background design. So now just make sure that you launch your PowerPoint. Then I'm going to click on new slide, delete this, and then also remove this. Then now the next thing that I'm going to do now is to insert some shape. So I'm going to be making use of shape. Insert shape, go to insert and insert shape. So I'll make use of this rounded rectangular. So I'm going to be inserting this. So I'll just walk us through how I was able to do this. So insert this. So now I'm going to be filling my shade, no outline. Then color. So I use a gradient feed. So now I'm going to check. Okay, let's check here. So I made use of this particular color, and also this particular color. So I will show you. This is the color code for this particular color. This is the color code for it: 25, 125 and 130. And also the second one, this is the color code in case you want to replicate the same thing. So this is the color code for the lighter one. So now the next thing now is to insert another rectangular shape. So go to insert, then color, shape. So I'm going to make use of this. So now I'm going to remove the outline, no outline. Then my field will be white. I want to make use of white. Okay, so now I want to add effects. So I'm going to add a shadow effect. We can add this, a shadow effect. Okay, let's check for glow effect. I think I added glow effect too. The glow effect. Okay, so I make use of this. I now use this color as the glow effect. I think I reduced the transparency. Yeah. So now I can now duplicate this. So is what I did there is not a big something. It's not something that is difficult, something that you can actually do. So now resize that. So now the next thing now is to insert another rectangular shape. Insert this. So now I'm going to use this format for this. Then go to format. I'm going to format this, then duplicate this again and bring it down. So you can see what we did is not something that is big. It's not a big thing. So I'm going to duplicate this. Also this. So just make sure that you resize it to fit into what we want to do. So now I'm going to duplicate one of these, then bring it up. Duplicate one of this. So now we are done with all of this. So now the next thing now is to add our text box. So now I have some things that I wrote here. So what you just do is, okay, so now I'm going to insert the text box. Go to insert text box. So let me just do copy and paste to what I've written here. Then I will just show us one of this. Then go back to this. Insert the text box. So just bring it here. So you can reduce your front. You can change the front. You can reduce it anyhow you want. Then you duplicate it. Sorry. You can change it, give it, customize it to your own. So now you can write the rest. So now the next thing is this particular is just a text box too. So I copy this. I'll copy this. I'm going to paste it here. So it's just a text what I wrote here. So here I'm going to duplicate this, bring it here, then write my dashboard title, project management dashboard. So for these two icon, so just go to insert, then make sure you have internet, then go to icon, still loading. So now I just choose, I think I chose this, and also one of this, I think this. So just insert, then bring it here. So you can resize it, then deselect it, then you can now put it here and here. So here I'm going to change the color code to white, and that's better. So just make sure that everything is aligned. So for this particular one, so I downloaded it. I just downloaded project management logo. You can add it. So now I just go to insert, go to picture, then this, I think that is it. So now I resize it. So just download any project management logo. It doesn't have to be mine. Then I put it here. So that was what I did there. So you can just add everything. Then how to save, I say just Control A by highlighting. Come here, highlight on one of the, or what's it called, one of the, okay, before then, for you for this one not to be moving up and down, you can actually group them together. Highlight it, then go to format, or right click and click on group. So now if you want to save this, just highlight everything here, then right click and save as picture. So you can just save it to anything that you want. So I already have what I want to use, so I just use this to for as an explanation. So now we move to Power BI to start our analysis. So just launch your Power BI, then import. Okay, I think it's a CSV file. So Let me check. Let's check. No. Okay. Okay. It's not on download and okay. So that's it. So now we move it so our data is connecting. So now we transform our data to check if we have the correct data set for each of the column. So we do that in Power Query editor. So now we have this. So we just check if we have them in correct. Let's check this CO number. Okay, I think everything is in what it need. Percentage. Let's check this if it's in the right order. This is should be date. Let's check. I think text. Oh no, not time, not time. Let's check it. Let's check if it is date. Okay. Do we leave it like this? Okay, apparently this particular data, I need to do something there. Okay. So I think we are done with this transformation. There's nothing much to do here. So now we can load and apply, close and apply. Okay, so our data is loading. So now our data is loaded. So it's time for us to bring our dashboard, our background design. So for the new Power BI, you can just right click, format canvas, then go to browse. Make sure that you know where you save your picture. So this is my picture, my design. Then bring it in, reduce transparency and fit it. You can fit or fill. So now we start our analysis, start our visualization. So now the first thing now is I want to do all this KPI. So now in this video, so I'm going to show us how to make use of our filter. So now this KPI, so I'm going to introduce card. So we can make use of the new card or the old card. Okay, let's make use of the new card. So now here you can open new pane. So we have new Power BI interface. So now we can start our analysis with this. So now it's time for us to bring so I'm going to bring this project benefit into data. So I have my project benefit here, still loading. So I have it here. So now what I need to do now, I want to filter for income generation from our project type. If you check the data, you will see that under project type, we have I think 4 different: cost reduction, income generation, process improvement, and work capital improvement. So I want to make use of I'm going to these are the KPI I'm going to use. So I want to look at the profit for each of the project type. So now I'm going to filter for project. So now you open your filter here if it's not ready. So now you bring the project type into this place, add it to this feed. Then you filter for the one that you want to make use of. So I'm filtering for income generation. So you can see now, so it's time for me to start formatting my card. So now I'm going to format the card. So for the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the background. Remove the background again. I'm going to, what else? Remove the background from here. Then shape. Okay, let's just leave it like that. I don't need to do anything with the shape since I'm removing the background. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is the call out. The call out. Okay, so I'm going to work on the call out. Change it to my preferred color. So the color that I use, so let's check that here. I want to check for the color that I use here. Format. Color value. Let me check for the color code that I use. Okay, this is the color code. I can copy it. Let's see if it's copy. Then bring it here. Okay, it's not copy. Let's go back and check it. 1979E. So 1979E. That's the color code. So now the next thing that I'm going to do now for the layout, I think is okay. We are cool with that. Okay, again for the color, remove the label. I don't want to see the label. Also, because I already have my title. So now we move to formatting card, remove fee. I don't need the fee. I don't need the border either. So okay, I need the border because I want to add some accent, but I like adding accent back to my, did I add it to this? Let's check before we proceed because I want to replicate exactly what I did there. Okay, no, I didn't add it, so I know where I added the asset bar. So I don't need to add, so remove the border. So now we can bring, so this is done now. We can bring it here. You can still format it. Just make sure that everything is aligned. So now let's go back to our format. Go back to format and do something on the call out. So you can change it to, I think I use 30. You can change display unit. Okay, let's see into menus. Then to two significant figure that I use. So now, so we are done with this. Okay, let's go back and change this. I use Calibra for everything I did it. So can also put it, or we can leave it like this. Let's leave it like this. Just customize it the way you want your card to be. So now we copy and paste it 3 times for other visual. So I'm bringing this here, also bring this here, so bring this here. So now the next one is process improvement. I'm just going to go to my filter. remember the filter that we did already. Then click this, remove this, and click on process improvement. So same thing with these two. Go to filter here, then cost of reduction. So now here I'm going to remove this and add this. So now we are done with our first visualization, which is our KPI. So we are done with that. So the next thing is the composition tree. So we will make use of the composition tree. So this is the composition tree, and I will explain what the composition tree or visual do. So it actually lets you visualize your data across multiple dimensions in Power BI. So what the composition actually does is it automatically aggregates data and enable drilling down into your dimension in any order. So you can Google on that or watch video on, we have the video on YouTube on the composition, but that's what it actually does. It helps you to aggregate data and enable drilling down into your dimension. Like it allow you to visualize data across multiple dimensions. So now I want to visualize this. I want to do my visualization. I want to do my visualization using departments and fields. I'm going to add my sales here. That's completion. So I want to visualize this average of completion. That's what I want to do. Okay, it has already aggregated it. So now I want to visualize this based on, let me check if it has done that. Okay, let's check this. I need to do something on this. Okay, where is this? So let me change this to this. So now, I want to explain this. I'm going to explain it by department, and also I'm going to explain it by phase of the project, where the project, which phase is the project in. So now each department, I'm going to visualize by department, explain by department. You can explain by different thing, but based on my own, the analysis that I want to do using this data, I'm going to visualize by phase. So you can just explain, you can keep adding different thing here. So now here, I'm going to show by department. Just click on the button. You can see now it has aggregated everything. So now the next thing I'm going to show now is phase again. I'm going to do it by phase. So now we can see now that we have our decomposition tree now. So now you can start analyzing it. So now here is average. I don't want to add that off. Then this, I'm just formatting my data. So now the next thing now is to start doing my analysis. So now I'm going to format, go to format. I don't need this again. So go to format, then the tree. So these are the, so you can remove the background on the, you can switch it off. So analysis, make sure it's in absolute. Then the tree, so you can do different things. If it is dense that you want it to be, you can see it has changed, or you want it to be, just make sure that you just play around with it. So the connector, I'm going to change the color to this, change the color of the connector to this. Also the unselected one, I'm going to change it to this. So now my bars, I'm going to change the color to going to change the color to this. Let's check for my other color that I use here. Let's check for the color that I use here. Color. So okay, 2EEE1. That was what I used. So now I'm going to use that to you can customize this to what you want. Just to your own custom color. Okay, let me check again. I think I missed 2A. Okay, 2A. That's 2A. So that's the color that I use. So I'm going to use the same color for these two. So now the next thing that we are going to do, just make sure that you customize it to what you want. So the category label, I'm going to use, I think I use this. I use this for the category label. Let me see. Okay, yes. And custom, like I said, customize it to what you want. So now the next thing now is okay, the headers. You can remove the subtitle values and change the value to black or any color you want to see. And bold it. Yeah. So this bar, let's check. I want to check something in the bar. With this background color, let's make use of this. Yes. So now we are good to go. So we are done with our decomposition tree now. So the next thing now is our, what's it called? So you can just write project by project completion rate as the title. Let's check if you can put on the title. So project completion rate. So this and this. So we are good to go. So the next thing that we're going to do is our project by manager. So how many project per manager, like project per manager. So I'm going to use pie chart for that. So click on your pie chart, then come right here, bring it here. Then the legend will be manager, project manager. Then this will be project type. So now it's time to format it. So this, let me just write project. I'm formatting the project by manager. So that's my title. So you can just format it to your own color. So you can customize it to yours. So this. Okay, so now the next thing, I'm going to remove the legend. I don't need the legend. So this, I'm going to use this, the data label. I'm going to use the category and data. So now let's format this to this. Then let's change this front. I want this front. You can bold it if you like. So again, I think we need to remove let's remove the background, switch it off. So what's next? Our slicer. Yes, our slicer. I want this as slicer. This. We don't need to differentiate by different slicer because I already added the category. So this, what can we use? What can we use? Let me check the color that I use here. Okay, I use two color here. I use three color. Let's check our bar here. Slicers. Let me check this particular color. Okay, it's my color here. So now let's check this. 1978 okay, so here let's use this more color. 1978 okay, can add this to here too. This you can change it to this. Yeah, so now we are cool with this, so we are good with this, so we can now start this particular analysis, which is the third the last three parts. So I'm going to be doing project, benefits, and cost by month. So I'm going to be using this cluster, line, and column charts. So drag it, fit it. So my this will be months. Change it to months. Then column Y, we can use cost as Y. Then you can use this for this to be benefits, or anyone we want to use. Okay, let's interchange them. Change this to this. Cost, benefit. Okay. Benefit should be column. I want it to be column. Okay, benefit. Okay, so let's do our filter, our formats. So legend, remove the legend title, text, and change it to this. Then here, option, I want it to be top center. Okay, so what else can we do here? Then our grid line, I don't need the grid line, put it off. Just customize it to what you want. So our column will be this. Let's use our column to be this, or let's change it to this. Then our line will be this color. Our line will be this. So what else can we do here? Okay, so our y-axis, okay, y-axis, remove this, then the value, let's change it to this, black, and then customize it to your home. So our hex, this, remove this, then the value to this, black, customize it to what you want. Good. So we are good to go. What else? Okay, our title. Let's check our title. Let's change it to this and load it. So I think we are good to go. Open new pen. So now we are cool with this. So now the next thing now is that's project by complexity. How complex is the project? So I'm going to use a funnel chart for that. I'm going to use a funnel chart for that. So bring it here. So category will be complexity. Then let's see project type by this. Project type value will be project type. No. Okay. Okay, complexity rate. Let's check complexity rate. So this will be project type. Then we change the value to, yeah. Okay. So now let's format it. I don't need it. Let me close this and focus on the format. So let's format it. So now let's do some other formatting. You can notice. Good. So here you come right there, make use of this. Then this. So what is option? I'm cool with the option. So the colors, let's use this. Let's use this. Or we can use this. Just use the one that you feel is okay. Okay, I think I'm cool with this. Okay, this. Let's touch our category label. Okay, so we're cool with this. So the last chart is our, what's it called? That's our total projects, uh, and the projects going and ongoing. So I'm going to make use of card for this. So I'm using the new card for this. So insert, go to insert, then card, go to card. So bring it here. Let's start the formatting. Okay. Add, let's add total projects. That'll be total projects. You just No, can't. Let's see if it will count it. Yes, this is what we want. So now let's do the shape. Okay, I think let's do this. We are using this. So now you can just, okay, let me leave it like this. You can reduce it, you can work on it, you can do anything with the new cards. You can change the shape, size, call out. Let's change it, bring it here, change it to our usual calibrate. Then I think I reduce it to 30, which is cool. Then I change the color to this. So our labeling, change it to this too. Change the color to black. Okay. Remove this. Okay, so now the next thing, what else did I do here? Nothing. So our layout, you can change it to this. We can leave it like that. So now let's work on the cards. Remove the, no, don't remove border, remove fill. I don't need fill. Then add accent. I like adding assets to make it pop out. So change the color of the assets to this, then change the position to top. You can see now it has changed to top. Then you can increase the accent to whatever you want to increase it to. So now we're done with this. So I'm writing total project here, total project. So now I need to do the, I want to extract the ongoing project and the project that is still on hold. So I'm going to make use of this particular this page. So I'm going to add value. So it will be, my value will be, okay, that's project face. Is it project face? Let's check. No, project status is project status. Then I will make use of the filter, bring the project status to filter again. So I'm going to filter here, bring it here. So going project, which project is this? Let me remove this. So this will be project ongoing. Project ongoing. So now let's format. Let's do some formatting here. Bring it, the title to the middle. Then here you can reduce it. Okay, so let's remove our background, switch it off. Good. Color, I'm making use of this definitely. Let's use this. So what else? Data label, target label, remove it. Color value, okay, no, not this. So now my color value, I'm going to use this. okay. So we can still do some formatting. That title, I need to format it again. So here I'm going to copy, then paste. So I will use it for the project on hold. So go to filter, then remove this and change it to project on hold. So now it's the percentage I want to see. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this to percentage average. Let's change it to not count. So I think I made a mistake. I need to change it to, I need to change this to this. So here we are making use of average of completion rate. Where is it? Where is it? We are using average of completion rate. This, then you change it to average. Also this, change it to average. Okay, so it will be changing it back to project ongoing. So I want to change this color to this. Where is the format? My color, I want to change this to this. So I will just format and paste it here. So now we are good. So now we are done with all our visuals now. So the next thing now I want to do is my slicer. So now we just bring slicer here. Then the first slicer is here. So I will add here to the slicer. Add here. So now format my slicer. I want it as tie. Did I use tie there? Okay, I use tie. I don't need the header. So here, remove T. Then what else? Slicer values. By changing it to this. So let me check what I use. Okay. By changing it to this white. So the background, I'm changing it to this. Not this color. So I'm changing it to this. So now I have my slicer here, the first slicer here, I have it here. So now the next one is, so I will just copy, then paste twice for the other slicer. So the next slicer should be the region. Let's add region and remove this, remove the air and add region. So now the last slicer is the project status, so we can check each of the status. So we are adding this project status. Oh, what did I, so remove the year and format this. So now we are done with our visualization, we are done with our dashboard, our report, and I believe you have learned one or two things, especially the filter area from here. So just make sure that you subscribe to my channel, give me feedback from the comment section, like, comment and share. Make sure you share, make sure you replicate this, and also share on your page and tag me. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Bye.